Welcome to Retail Fashion Business. And today we're going to talk about one thing that most people say about people or businesses that become successful. You just got lucky. When even if you tick off every box that you need to become successful for your retail fashion business so that you can run a successful business brand, there's still some luck involved with it. But of course, it's not just luck. People say, oh, they just got lucky. That's why, this brand became successful and what have not. But in fact, of course, a little luck can go a long way. But there are 5 important factors as well that you need to have. And in this episode, we're going to talk about those 5 important factors that will help you become more lucky. You ready? Let's do this. So let's look at some techniques and tips for increasing your chances of having more luck for your business. And let's start with the first one, which is you have to be prepared. I hate people when they say to other people, hey, good luck in your business. No. You don't need luck. You need to be prepared. What you need is to be prepared to be successful. You're setting yourself up for success, and that's why you need to be prepared. In the words of the philosopher Seneca, who's a Roman statesman and one of my favorite Stoics of all time, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And remember that chances, they come and go. Sometimes you see chances in front of you for your business, but then you don't take it. But when you do, be ready to grab them at any time. Be ready to grab that opportunity that comes your way. Quick story, there was this guy who was trapped on an island, and he said, God is going to give me a sign because he's going to save me. He keeps on praying to God that give him a sign so that he can leave the island where he got stuck. And he said, Lord, give me a sign so that I can leave this island. And one day, ship comes by and says, no, I'm still waiting for a sign from God. Another ship comes by, and then a helicopter flies by over him and says, oh no, I'm waiting for a sign from God. And then finally, a few weeks pass by, he's got nothing to eat, he dies. So he goes into heaven, right? And then at the gates of heaven, God said, what happened to you? Well, I was waiting for a sign from you. Well, didn't you see? I sent a ship, I sent airplane, a helicopter. You didn't notice? Make sure that every opportunity that you get, that you see, open your eyes, because God helps those who help themselves first. See those opportunities right before your eyes. Be prepared when those opportunities come for you. You don't know when your next possible business partner or the next opportunity for your business to blossom even further to the international scene might come. Don't close your eyes on those. Be open to any possibilities and be prepared for that. So that's number 1. Be prepared. Next thing is that you need to stay healthy. When I say healthy, it's not just physically, mentally, and emotionally. Those 3 things are all combined. You may be, healthy physically, take on the stress of everyday work to handle a retail fashion business, but sometimes mentally, you're not there. And emotionally, you're not ready for this type of business that you're partaking in. Building a business requires plenty of grit and an endless amount of hard work. Hard work does not end for any person who's an entrepreneur. It's easy to start feeling tired and overwhelmed. It's normal for any business. So does any job. But it's also important to keep yourself strong and healthy. Here. And so that you can keep yourself always focused on any task you have at hand. Anytime adversity comes in and, tries to bother you or pull you down, you're ready to take on those challenges yourself. So that's the next one. Stay healthy. The next important thing that you need so that you can be always lucky is that you need to be open and optimistic. I gave examples earlier on that, but things don't always go as planned. You plan for things to go A, B, C, D, and E, and what happens is it becomes F, G, H, Q, R. You don't expect those things to happen, but they do. Your initial idea isn't always the best idea. Sometimes another idea comes in and says to you that this is the better way to do it, and you might need to adapt to a better solution along the way as it comes for you. Here's a reminder for you to always have an open mind when it comes to your business. Never close your mind anything and new ideas that comes for your business because, it might be good for you. Next thing I want to remind you so that you can become more lucky for your business is to step out of your comfort zone. And many great entrepreneurs that I know were outsiders in their respective industries. I would know that for a fact because I myself was one. When I started my business, Soul Slam, I didn't know I was an outsider, but there were a lot of people ahead of me during my time who were ahead in terms of experience when it came to the sneaker and streetwear and fashion industry. I came in as a newbie, not knowing, the trades or what have you and not. I'm a beginner. With that being said, it was uncomfortable for me, but at the same time, it was very exciting for me because I'm learning things on the fly and stepping out of my comfort zone of things that I'm not familiar with. Being not included in the inner circle of the who's who in the industry of sneakers and streetwear and what, they often see things differently to everyone. They see me as an outsider. They see me as someone else that who the F is this guy that just comes in and thinks he knows everything about shoes. And I got so much hate from that. And I just didn't mind. So I just kept going and going and going, until they recognized that this guy is onto something really big. So this is the fresh perspective that can lead to a business opportunity. Being in love with sneakers and streetwear back then for me was sort of an accident that led to a bigger accident. And when I say accident, it's a good accident for me. Like, I didn't know I was into marketing already by that time when I was doing that. So I learned how to do marketing as the years went on by. And then, slowly and surely, I started becoming a person who people see as an expert when it comes to marketing and sales and events and so on. Because I kept doing that over and over again. I became more comfortable learning new things on the fly. And, it's me just stepping out of my comfort zone, basically. So that's the next thing. Moving on to the last one, which is something I think I came out with it as a reel in one of my shorts. I don't know if you watch this on YouTube, you'll see it in my reels, and maybe on Facebook and on Instagram. On my Facebook, it's got about almost 800,000 views already as of this day. And I told people to, as a reminder, to expose yourself to new people and events always. Here's why. When you expand your social and your professional network and expose yourself to new people so that you can meet new people, even me as an introvert, that can become difficult. But you will be far more likely to be greeted with new opportunities when you do that. And what are you waiting for? You need to go out there and take that opportunity to meet as many people as you can so that, when you go to an event, you just don't talk about yourself. The way I do it and what I would suggest to you if you don't know what to say to other people who you meet is that you always ask them this: what takes up most of your time? Don't ask them what do you do for a living or what's your work. That's probably one of the worst conversation starters, but ask them what takes up most of your time. And if they answer something about that interests you, do ask them to tell you more about it. And then you might find yourself being someone in like with them, having the same interests as them. Like if you ask them, oh, I'm into, for example, I'm very interested in designing techwear, and here you are who is also interested in designing something similar to that or something athleisure, for example. So now you have something in common that you can talk about together, and that's how great minds come together, and those who are in the same likelihood of same business coming together as one. Always ask questions, and always ask questions about other people before you start talking about yourself. Let other people talk to you about themselves because it makes them more comfortable instead of telling more and more about yourself, and then sometimes they're not really interested about you. That's how you start off a good conversation with someone. It's a good way to expose yourself to new people in events. I know people will still say it's luck how people become successful with this business, but looking into these 5 things that I shared with you, hopefully it can help you widen your mindset when it comes to your business. My question is, what takes up most of your time?